Hi, welcome to my channel. We're going to talk about foods that the Bukusu eat. This video will provide you with the image of the food, the name of the food both in English and Bukusu, and just some information about how the food is eaten. So first we have the caterpillar. The Bukusu call this kamahungu. So the caterpillar is eaten after frying on a pan. So just a dry pan where the caterpillars are fried. It can also be dried in the sun for a few days before taking it, and it can also be roasted and taken with other starches such as ugali. The caterpillar, there are different types, so you'll find different families cooking different types of caterpillar, but basically it's just the same type of meal. We have the sheep's tail. So for the young sheep, the tail is tied with a string to cut off the blood circulation, and once the tail drops, that is what is skinned and the meat cut into pieces and fried, as you can see here. So this meal is not for those ones who are watching their cholesterol, but the animal is not harmed or killed as we prepare this meal. We also have the termites. They are referred to as chiswa. These termites are enjoyed raw. They can be fried in a pan with salt, or they can just be simply dried in the sun, and once the moisture has been removed over several days, it can be enjoyed as a meal. So for those ones who are very picky in eating and are afraid of bugs, this might not be the ideal meal that you'd want to come across. But as I said before, insects are known to give a lot of proteins, healthy proteins, and is an alternative to meat, and that is what the community uses. Another type of termite, which when I first saw it, it frightened me to a given point, but as I get used to it, it's a delicacy within the community, is the cow dung grub. Similar to the other termites, it can also be roasted, eaten after drying for several days under the sun, or it can be roasted on a hot pan just to be able to remove the moisture and make it crunchy. So the Bukusu call this kama CBD, which is also enjoyed with other starches. Then we go to the popular dish that is enjoyed by most of the communities in Kenya, which is the chicken. The Bukusu call the chicken engoho. The members of the community prefer to eat traditional or farm-raised chicken because they have a better taste than those ones which are fed on purchased feeds, such as the broilers and the layers. So with this, the reason why I included it on the list is that the Bukusu eat parts of the chicken that most people may not be very comfortable with. You may find in the community that members of the community eat the feet of the chicken, the head of the chicken, which has a lot of meat, the intestines of the chicken, which are cleaned and can be roasted, fried with some oil, or stewed alongside the other parts of the chicken. So in case you're wondering, the chicken has a lot of meat, more than what you simply consume from the restaurants and other areas. So next time you are slaughtering a chicken, try to include those parts in your meal. We also have another insect, which is the grasshopper. The Bukusu call the grasshopper chisike. The grasshoppers, because there are many, chisike. So with the grasshopper, the techniques of cooking are relatively the same. So it can be dried in the sun. It can also be pan fried with some salt until it's dry and crunchy, and it can also be roasted. Some people in other cases prefer just to eat the grasshopper raw, the way it is. As a good source of protein, you notice that it's a healthy type of food. They feed on grass, and therefore we are not consuming anything that can be harmful to our health, but it's good to have it cooked just to avoid any dangers. So for those ones, again, with a weak stomach, this may be something that is out of your nightmares. But as I've learned, don't judge before you have tried and seen how tasteful these meals can be. Other common foods that you find in the community are smoke-dried meat. The Bukusu avoid eating fresh meat because of the bland taste. So they would rather smoke-dry the meat and then eat it after some days. This smoke-dried meat is referred to as enyama enyomu, which just basically translates to dried meat. We also have sun-dried fish. Sun-dried fish is referred to as engeni enyomu. This sun-dried fish and also the dried meat are prepared in a stew or broth that has soda ash, salt, and water. So basically, the community avoids using too many spices and also using oil in their dishes because they prefer to have that taste. For those ones who want to have some oils or fats, it is advisable that you use milk instead of adding fat or oils into the meal. The other naturally occurring type of food is the mushroom. So the mushroom, the Bukusu call it buoba. There are different types of mushroom, but basically mushrooms are harvested just from the ground, either from a rotting tree or somewhere where they have grown in the field, and they are washed and later boiled using the soda ash, as I've said, and also milk can be added. Some can be dried for a long time just to preserve them for another season. The types of snacks that you'll find in the community, we have groundnuts, which can be boiled in their shells and eaten, or pan fried with salt. We have the simsim. The groundnuts are referred to as chinjuku, as I have indicated. So chinjuku is just a name given to the groundnuts. Chihanu is the simsim seeds, and they are prepared the same way as the groundnuts, where they are fried in a pan with some salt. For those who have a sweet tooth, it can be mixed with sugar and prepared into bowls, as you can see from the picture. Then we have pan-fried dry maize seeds with salt. It's also a popular snack. This snack is referred to as kamaindi pepena. So actually translated is crunchy maize, and that name comes from the fact that they have been pan-fried until they are crunchy and salt added. Then we also have fermented maize flour, which has been fried over a hot pan. This fermented maize flour is very popular. It is referred to as kamahalange. So it's eaten with a mixture of water and sugar, or some can just eat it the way it is, which is also a very good snack. A popular beverage that you'll find in the community is the sour milk, referred to as kamabele kamabou. So with this sour milk or fermented milk, This milk is always prepared in a gourd. So fresh milk is poured in a gourd and fermented over 4 to 5 days. And once fermented, then it can be poured out after shaking and enjoyed by members of the community. Another delicacy that you'll find among the Bukusu is the millet and cassava ugali. It appears to be brownish or reddish in color, reddish brown in color, and it's referred to as busuma bukusu. This ugali is actually bland in tastes. It does not taste nice. Actually, it's not savory. It has a nice taste, but it's not savory, and therefore when eating it, it is usually recommended that you pair it with meat, chicken or fish, because that actually gives it a very nice taste. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. You can like, comment, subscribe, and share the video to as many people as you can. So let us subscribe, guys, and in case you need me to do a video on any other issue, please put it in the comment, and I'm sure I'll get time to do that. So bye.